Operation Rose Parade program.
Another New Year's Day in sunny California. And here's wishing a rosy new year to 2 billion viewers around the world. Good morning. I'm Bob Boca Grande, back for my 55th year at Colorado Boulevard in Orange Grove with my overpaid booth mate, Rose Bowles.
It's great to be back with you, Bob, despite our petty squabbles over here. Let's preview this 126th Rose Parade.
I've lost my notes, Rose, but as I recall, there will be 36 spectacular floats among the 86 entries. The Chamber of Commerce will hate my admitting this, but the real news is that it's colder than a witch's you-know-what. A near-record low of 36 degrees a bit earlier. 700,000 shivering spectators are bundled up like polar explorers.
1961 was our first year in the booth together, Bob, and these old clips show it was a lot nicer that day.
As we show you this year's parade theme, Inspiring Stories, the Goodrich Blimp is ready to display this great event to the world.
That's the Goodyear Blimp, Bob.
Really? Well, as my teenage daughter Courtney says, whatever.
The $95 metal grandstand seats and the free sidewalks are cold, so veteran parade goers bring special cushions as they take their spots.
Walking down Orange Grove, we see that floats like Honda's here are decorated with thousands of blooms. Volunteers spend days attaching plants like these. I think these are mums. No dads could fit. Or maybe they're begonias or snapdragons?
They're heliconias, Bob. This young musical group is tuning up for the 5.5-mile, 2-hour march down Colorado. Also ready are the most important officials, the Equine Shovel and Broom Brigade.
Cameras going up, our miserable cameraman in place. Let's head up to the WTF booth for the kickoff of the Tournament of Roses, Rose. Invented back in 1890 to boost Pasadena's winter warmth to jealous Easterners, the parade now rivals even the Super Bowl for shameless corporate takeover commercialism, as you will see. And we're off, led by motorcycle officers, the Honda CR-V Sound Car, the Acura TLX Pace Car, and the float depicting the 2015 theme in glorious floral colors. And here comes a B-2 stealth bomber, non-stop from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to excite our peaceful New Year's Day crowd with a display of America's military might. See you in Syria, Islamic State!
From the halls of Montezuma, the U.S. Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard and West Coast Composite Band, here for the 30th year now, Bob.
Next, more military heroes riding the city of Alhambra's Go for Broke float, honoring the Japanese-American soldiers of 2 great World War II fighting units. You know, Rose, it's outrageous that this gorgeous float did not win one of the 24 trophies awarded in the pre-parade judging.
Yes, it's well known that almost everybody wins something to take home.
As Grand Marshal, parade organizers chose Louis Zamperini, the 1936 Olympic track star brutally mistreated as a prisoner of war in Japan. But Zamperini shocked the organizers by dying last summer at the age of 97. In Louis' place, his family in 1936 Packard. Gee, what a well-planned publicity coup for Angelina Jolie's new movie, Unbroken.
Oh, why be so cynical, Bob? It's a well-done movie, though pretty downbeat. Zamperini's hometown, Torrance, California, entered this float honoring him.
Speaking of patriotism, Rose, the crowd rises in reverence for this replica of the tomb of the unknown soldier. Built by the Oddfellows and Rebeccas, the float has won the Tournament Volunteers Trophy. From Round Rock, Texas, one of this year's 20 marching musical groups. Hey, don't those 2 lead cadets look like they've got ramrods up their butts? And look, 6 long-haired Texas babes gamely walking backward though not also in high heels like Ginger Rogers.
Oh my!
Among the 12 equestrian groups this year, a favorite is the Hawaiian Pa'u Riders. Pa'u is Hawaiian for skirt.
Jamming a 1925 Yellowstone touring bus are Tournament of Roses president Richard Chinnan and his family. Daughter Megan has lots of practice in waving to the crowd. She was the 2004 Rose Queen.
From Hawaii's Maui High School, the Sabre Marching Band and Color Guard. These lovely wahines, I think that's Hawaiian for girlies, certainly live up to the legends of Maui's beauty.
I wish you would cut out those offensive sexist remarks, Bob.
I'll ignore that, Rose, because here is the big sweepstakes prize winner. Rhythm of Hawaii from Dole Foods. Belching volcanoes, canoers, dolphins. Sure, it's a motorized Dole commercial, but you've got to love the gaudy fantasy that only big business can afford. From those wonderful people who gave you Louis Zamperini's prison camp, the Koriyama Honor Green Band kicks up its heels as its 150 musicians represent Japan's ancient capital, Koriyama.
Turban-wearing devotees of India's Sikh religion in the U.S. have been getting mistakenly bashed as Muslims since 9/11. So the Sikhs built this float and stacked it with Sikh military members to educate ignorant skinheads.
I know classical music even less than I know flowers, but I think Stravinsky's The Firebird is playing as this gorgeous firebird from the Singpoli real estate group rolls by. It has won the Grand Marshal's Trophy, awarded for excellence in creative concept and design. China Airlines, based in Taiwan, wins the International Trophy with a tribute to that island nation's Cloud Gate Dance Theater, complete with a larger-than-life traditional dancer who reminds me of Jackie Chan. And hey, check out these gals from the dance company. I'd like to Taiwan on with them.
I better take this one, Bob, because I cringe just thinking of what you would stupidly spew about this female marching band from Denmark. Consisting of young women from 9 to 21, the group performed in LA during the 1984 Olympics. They're wearing sailor outfits and playing Anchors Away. The spectators love these ladies. Like the Sikhs, many Armenian Americans feel insufficiently recognized. Their spectacular answer is Cradle of Civilization, showing Armenia's cultural contributions. Former California Governor George Deukmejian is on this President's Trophy winner.
Princess Cruises had the PR brainstorm to trot out 6 stars still earning residuals from that 70s TV hit, The Love Boat. But will young parade viewers know who Captain Gavin McLeod and the others are? Myself, I never watched the show. I get seasick.
There she is! 2015 Rose Queen Madison Triplett and her court of 6 princesses. Madison is a brainy 17-year-old local high school senior who wants to be an economist while helping minority kids learn about finance.
Of course, Rose, Madison's biggest challenge as queen is to escape being hit on by those horny Rose Bowl football players.
The Riders of Medieval Times, a dinner theater attraction, are joined this year by Alison Sweeney, a star of TV's Biggest Loser. Doesn't she look thin and delighted to be here?
The city of Downey salutes returning service members with Home for the Holidays. No, sorry, I've got the wrong float. This one is saluting Miracle Grow plant food. Like, wow.
The rival city of Los Angeles makes its 117th parade appearance, taking the governor's trophy with this appealing depiction of LA's sun-loving, fun-loving lifestyle.
That lame reality TV show The Bachelor plugs its newest bachelor, Chris Soules. I have no idea why women would be attracted to this husky Iowa corn farmer. Oh, I see. Northwestern Mutual Insurance celebrates the Rose Bowl game, the granddaddy of them all. Oregon plays Florida State in this afternoon's game, a national championship semifinal. The float honors student athletes, which is like oxymoronic when it comes to football or basketball. If the Oregon Ducks run like my nose is running right now, Rose, they will win today. I'm a fan because of Oregon's crazy hot cheerleaders, like quack, quack, dude. And the Seminoles of FSU are no slouches either. Tallahassee lassies, yes. Hey, when was the last time you saw a genuine baton twirler? This cutie from Pasadena College is one of the best I've ever seen. I'm going to sign my Courtney up for lessons. It's the only way she's ever going to win a college scholarship. Frankly, Rose, I don't find the winner of the Humor Trophy all that funny. It promotes calling 811 to check for underground utility pipes before excavating. On board, Olympic kayaker Cliff Meidel, nearly killed by electric wiring in a construction mishap. Hilarious.
Los Angeles hosts the Special Olympics World Games this year, and Kaiser Permanente honors the Special Olympians. The big HMO's float wins the judges' special trophy.
If there were a humiliation trophy, it would go to this year's Rose Bowl Hall of Fame inductees. Coach Dick Vermeil, former Penn State running back Kijana Carter, and Knute Rockne's grandson. Their 1954 Cadillac broke down and is being ignominiously towed down the street.
The crowd sings along as the Robert E. Lee High School Band from Midland, Texas, George W. Bush's hometown, plays a medley of Texas songs.
After 2 AIDS Healthcare Foundation doctors died of Ebola in West Africa, the foundation decided to honor all the courageous first responders with a float. 2 real African health workers battling Ebola say hi. And don't you just love their colorful native garb? Now here's another tribute to student athletes. I wonder if that includes Ohio State quarterback Cardale Jones, who recently tweeted, "Why should we have to go to class if we came here to play football? We ain't come to play school." Well, at least you've got to appreciate his candor.
You whine about corporate entries, Bob, but everyone goes wild over the Budweiser Clydesdales. See how all 8 horses are perfectly matched.
Nice horsies, Rose, but I'm glad I'm not one of them. They're all geldings. One persistent hitch this year, many of the banners heralding trophy winners are being blown flat by the wind, and spectators can't read them.
Oh, just watch this dazzling animation trophy winner entry from Zappos.com, the online shoe retailer. Zappo, hippo, it's a natural.
From Veracruz, Mexico, these señoritas bonitas and their band, the Musical Dolphins of General Secondary School Number 5. Makes me feel guilty that the USA seized California from Mexico in 1848.
Students at the Cal Poly Universities at Pomona and San Luis Obispo learn engineering skills every year as they build their own float from design to finish.
The ginormous 270-member Blue Springs High School Band from Missouri takes its first steps down the long boulevard. That means we're near the end. Almost time for me to admit myself to Pasadena Baptist Hospital with pneumonia.
Police cars and tow trucks bring up the rear to mark the end of our 126th Rose Parade.
This is when protesters are allowed their time in the sun. But how much you want to bet that the big networks actually run this shot?
WTF is the little network that tells it like it is, and we've managed to do it again. No thanks to you, Bob, you boorish jerk. I've had about all I could take from you. I'm calling my agent.
Well, Rose, all I can say is I've had it up to here with your insipid announcing. I want a co-anchor who's younger, prettier, and more deferential to men.
Mister, you're way out of line.
Now listen, you castrating dingbat, you don't get to tell me who's out of line.